service every Sunday morning, Brother Charlie tells the joke. So we had to search wide to come up with something for him. So here we go. After the church service, a little boy told Charlie, "When I grow up, I'm going to give you some money." "Well, thank you," said Charlie. "But why?" He said, "Because my dad said you're one of the poorest pastors we ever had."
I can't put Charlie's name in this one. But anyway, this is one maybe he'll use one Sunday morning. It's called A Goat for Dinner. The young couple invited their elderly preacher for Sunday dinner. Not saying you're elderly or anything. While they were in the kitchen preparing the meal, the minister asked their son what they were having. "Goat," the little boy replied. "Goat?" replied the startled man of the cloth. "Are you sure about that?" "Yep," said the youngster. "I heard Dad say to Mom, today is just as good as any for the old goat to come to dinner."
That's a bad joke. Being a new pastor to an aging congregation, I told them we'd be serving them prune juice for Holy Communion this morning. When asked why would you even dare to entertain such a thought, I said, "Well, the Holy Spirit don't move on you. Prune juice will."
Three preachers were driving down the road when they missed a turn and went into the ditch. As they pulled themselves together, a drunk pulled up and asked him if they were all right. "Oh, yes, we've got Jesus with us," they replied. The drunk thought about it for a minute. He said, "Well, you better let him get in with me because you're going to kill him."
A young preacher was contacted by a local funeral director to hold a graveside committal service at a small local cemetery for someone with no family or friends. Preacher started early, but quickly by himself, he got lost. Making several wrong turns, he arrived a half hour late. That sounds like our church, don't it? Anyway, the hearse was nowhere in sight, and the workman was eating lunch. The pastor went to the grave open, found the vault lid already in place. Taking out his book, he read the service. As he was returning to the car, he overheard one of the workmen says, "You think maybe we better tell him this is a septic tank?"
I think maybe we've heard this one here. A preacher went to visit an elderly woman from his church who had just had an operation. As he was sitting there talking with her, he noticed a bowl of peanuts on the stand next to her bed. He began to eat them. Kind of sounds familiar? Okay. And soon it was time for him to leave. When he got up, he noticed he'd eaten all of her peanuts. He said, "Sister Jones, I'm so sorry I ate all your peanuts." And she replied, "That's okay, Pastor. I've already sucked all the chocolate off of them."
Yeah, go.
One more. A preacher said to a farmer, "Do you belong to the Christian family?" "No." He said, "I live 2 farms down." He said, "No, I mean, are you lost?" "No, I've been here 30 years. I mean, are you ready for the judgment day?" "Well, when is it?" "Could be today, could be tomorrow." "Well, when you find out when it is, let me know. My wife will probably go both days."
I was thinking after we was going over this a while ago, been coming here 35 years. Not one time have I ever been misled by these two sitting here. They had always been there for me. They had always, the first thing I remember was back in '88 when I was in Charleston, West Virginia. I had just told Brenda, I said, "I say Charlie and Midgie probably won't be here because it's too far to drive." Lord behold, next day, there they was. Folks, we got the greatest pastor and wife anybody's ever seen. I talked to them, certain people about our pastor. Matter of fact, somebody knew you. I can't remember his name, but he said, "Is Brother Charlie still there?" I said, "Yes, he is." Brother Hampton down here. He said, "How long has he been there?" I said, "Over 45 years, I think it is." He said, "That's got to be some type of record somewhere." Y'all pray for me.
I like to say I love these two very much, just like a mother and father to us, to me, and they mean something special to me too. And we do have the greatest pastor and pastor's wife that we could look for. And out traveling, we see that, and we are blessed here, people. We are very blessed, and let's don't ever take that for granted. We love you, Brother Charlie and Sister Midge.
I almost forgot my last joke. Mindy told Charlie that she put a cake in the oven. He thought she said put a kitty in the oven.